Discussion 1, pronouns and the verb ser. Yo is used when you're talking about yourself, like saying the word I, you'd use yo. You would say tú when you're referring to another person that you're familiar with. So you know the subject has already been known when in your conversation. You would use tú. You is also could be usted, él, and ella when you're not familiar with the person that you're talking about. Usted is doesn't have a gender, but él is referring to a man and ella is referring to a woman. Nosotros, nosotras, this whole column is for the plural one, so nosotros and nosotras are when you're referring to a group of people, but you're involved in that group of people, so it's like you're referring to some other people, including yourself. And so you would use nosotros when you're referring to a group of men, or if at least one man is present, and nosotras is when you're referring to a group of only women. Vosotros and vosotras is like saying you guys or you all, and you're familiar with the people that you're talking about. You're not like explaining that it's new people, you're familiar with these people. And so vosotros is the male one, as if they're all males or at least one male is present, and then vosotras is if it's all female. And then ustedes, ellos, and ellas is for also saying you guys, but it's if you're not in the group that you're talking about. So for nosotros and nosotras, you are present in that group, but ustedes and ellos and ellas would be if you're referring to a group of people that you're not a part of. And so ellos is for referring to a group of guys, or at least one guy is present. Ellas is for when it's all females, and then this is the gender neutral one, is ustedes. The verb ser means to be. It's a verb that allows you to conjugate the personal nouns to make the words make sense. So then rather you saying in English, you is smart, you could say you are smart, because one doesn't make grammatical sense. So when you're conjugating to the verb ser, you would say, for yo, you would say soy. When you're saying tú, you would say eres. And when you're saying usted, él, and ella, all of those would have es following the pronoun. For the plural words, you would say for nosotros and nosotras would both use the word somos. You don't have to change this word based on gender. It's the same no matter what. For vosotros and vosotras, you would say suis. And this is also none of these will change based on gender. And then ustedes, ellos, and ellas use son. And all of these don't change no matter what the genders of either the word in front or behind. So then when you're saying yo blank cubano, you would say yo soy cubano. For tú blank argentino, you would say tú eres argentino. Ella blank japonesa would be ella es japonesa. Nosotros blank italiano, it'd be nosotros somos italiano. Vosotras blank mexicana, again this word wouldn't change even though this is referring to a female. It would be suis. And then ellos blank chino, you'd say ellos son chino. And then you can also use the conjugated verb ser in other situations that don't include personal nouns. So like if you're telling time, you would change it from es la and then say the time, or you would change it if it's like 1 o'clock, or if you're talking about any other time, you'd say son las instead. And then you can also use it when you're talking about relationships, when talking about date and time. You can use it when you're talking about characteristics, objects, and a whole bunch of other things.